Hello and welcome to Waka Islands. This is a new survival map, or recently released survival map I should say. It has been out for a few days now, but either way it still looks really good. I haven't really had too much of a look through it yet, so we'll see how we go. But considering that many of the survival maps I used to do got quite a few views, I've decided to go back to them, and hopefully this will be fun, providing I actually kind of know what we're doing. Because I have got a list of challenges, although we may not be doing them in order, but I'll just tell you kind of a few examples of what we're supposed to be doing. Whilst I do so, I will try and have a look around. But we've got craft a bed, which kind of seems quite simple, but we've got one sheep over there from the looks of it, and it's blue, so it's kind of quite rare. But the next challenge is to get all the wool colours, so I'm assuming we are supposed to be killing this little chap over here, although it says shooting or killing is against Waken law, don't do it, and it belongs to the king, so essentially we're not supposed to, but it doesn't actually say on here where in the rules we're not allowed to actually kill it. I think it's kind of just like we're on the islands, we're supposed to respect the law, but it kind of seems pretty abandoned from what you can see. You've got like a broken building up there, you've got like a blown up bridge, and generally this place looks pretty run down, so it probably can't hurt to do so. But I will now run through the rules a bit here. So we've got to complete the map, you must complete all challenges, make sure command blocks are enabled, they are. You may break and place blocks, explore the vast landscape to discover new things. So you can probably see this particular island is reasonable size, but there are tons of others we can explore, and of course we've got to get over there somehow. So it'd be interesting to see how we do this. I'm kind of assuming that it shouldn't be too hard. We can probably find out a way to get to that big island up there. But to start with, I'm going to make a sugarcane farm. So we've already got like a kind of little setup here, but we are going to add to that. Let's see how that goes. It looks like we have clay. Okay, maybe not. Looks like sand, but I'm not quite sure. But yeah, back to crafting a bed. This could be quite tricky because I'm not really sure in terms of challenges if they're kind of in order in a sense, because I have a feeling we may actually need to travel around a bit to actually go ahead and, or basically collect this wool. So it'd be interesting in that regard. But yeah, we're going to go against the law here. There's no one around, we should be fine. Let's just go and kill the sheep. Got to collect the different wool colours anyway. It's got some blue wool, light blue, and we should probably go ahead and chop down this tree. Yes, we've got an artifact which we have collected, which is quite good. I didn't actually read any of that, but yeah, essentially that's an artifact if you didn't know already. So yeah, I was hoping to kind of get up here. Okay, here we go. Now, probably should be a bit cautious. Hold on with shift a bit. Now, there does seem to be something interesting. Oops. Didn't want to place that back down, but I just saw like a furnace, maybe dispenser. I'm not quite sure what that is. Now we've got to chop this down again. I've also updated this because when you're hanging onto a tree, you can't do it quite as effectively. But yeah, we just fell off a tree. What I was, however, hoping to do, if we can, is to basically excavate all of this. So we're going to carry on going. It's not going too well because it's taking ages. Okay, come on. It's taking ridiculously long. Okay, yeah, so presumably we're not actually meant to be able to interact with that, which is a bit strange, so I'm not quite sure what that's supposed to be. But what we will do is get rid of this last block here, and hopefully we'll be able to do something. It's taking forever, but once we get on land, shouldn't be too bad. Here we go, come on. Okay, there we go. Let's get this chest, just so we've got like some sort of storage device. That doesn't look too good. Something's just kind of lit up a bit there. Well, it looks like it has anyway, so going to start going back down, collecting all this wood on the way. Okay, this is a bit faster, so obviously they have kind of updated it, so when you're suspended you can't do that. So it's kind of the same as in water. When you're suspended in water you can't seem to chop stuff up quite as easily, but it looks like we've got all of that. We don't quite have that bit of wood there, but presumably once that bunch of leaves die away we should be able to get all of that, and whatever that kind of dispense thing up there is supposed to be. Okay, so it says we might not want to break spawn, but I'm not sure if this is another kind of we want to break spawn. Might be another kind of little kind of tooltip there. Shrine of Stefano, God of the Hills. So again, this looks quite interesting. Waken language sign, WRTWLDM. Have absolutely no clue what that means, so we should probably be getting out of there. At least we can probably use these places as shelter come nightfall. Just jumping there just for an easy fall. So yeah, again, not too long, that should be dead soon. And we should be on our way, but back in terms of what we're supposed to be doing, this is slightly tricky. So I'm really not quite sure. There we are. I'm making a crafting table just so we can make some more stuff. And I will make a bit of this. What we're going to do now is hopefully just going to deposit some of this so we don't lose it. Going to go and do a bit of an investigation to this place up here. Looks a bit run down, so we'll have to be careful, because we don't really want to fall off this. That was close. And we can probably open this button, so out of order. So it is out of order, unfortunately, so I'm assuming that kind of would take us to the other kind of little areas, but it's obviously a bit broken, so we can't do that at the moment. It's a bit of a shame, because that would be quite useful. So yeah, from looking at the other islands, it looks like the others are kind of a bit more kind of maintained. This looks slightly abandoned. In which case, we're just going to take all this wood and hopefully put it towards actually advancing and getting to another island, which would be quite interesting. There's a lot of wood here. Again, I'm not quite sure how we're going to go about making a bed. That is the first challenge. But presumably we are actually supposed to be moving to the other islands in the meantime, so see how that goes. Now my plan is we're not actually going to use this wood to get around, because that's kind of throwing away resources. But what we will try and do is hopefully get some of that dirt, which we can then hopefully use. That was close. But yeah, hopefully we can use some of this wood to make resources. But in the meantime, I'm going to go back to the little crafting table, and we can hopefully start digging up some dirt, so we can go ahead and hopefully make some sort of bridge. So there we go, 1+ attack power, quite good. But anyway, yeah, back to business. We'll start getting this, and I'll probably wrap up at some point, so I don't want this to be too long. So hopefully you can spread it out over a good period of time, instead of being done quite quickly. In fact, the other issue is I could quite easily die, and we could end up with nothing. So there we go, it is about to go nightfall, so I will probably wrap up at this point, just in case I get killed. But anyway, thanks for watching guys, hope you did enjoy the video, and if you did, remember to like and subscribe. And please tell me if you are going to enjoy the series, or are enjoying the series so far, because that kind of tells me if I'm making the right kind of videos. And thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.